This is a Sandy Boy Productions podcast.
The world can be crazy and on fire.
Yes.
And you can escape from that and have like a big win.
Welcome to Finish Lines and Milestones, a podcast for everyday runners. I'm your host, Allie Bretnacher, and if you run, you're a runner. And every runner has a story. Join me each week as I share these stories and we celebrate finish lines and milestones together. Now, I know I'm not the only one here who struggles with this, but I have a hard time staying hydrated. That's because I usually just drink plain water, but I can't ever get enough of it. So that's why I use Cure Hydration, which is a plant-based electrolyte drink mix that helps hydrate you more than just water alone. As runners, we know we need electrolytes, and so why not turn to a product that is clean, with no artificial ingredients, to help you stay and get more hydrated to better fuel your workouts and recovery. And they have great flavors. My personal favorite is berry pomegranate, but they have things like watermelon, lemonade, strawberry kiwi. I highly recommend the variety pack so you can check out all their flavors and choose your most favorite. They also have kids flavors so you can hydrate the entire family as well. Staying hydrated isn't just about drinking water, it's about your body actually using it. That's what Cure does. Clean ingredients, real science, and it actually tastes good. Use code ALLYB, ALLYB, for 20% off at curehydration.com or find it on Amazon. Thank you, Cure Hydration, for supporting this podcast. And now to this week's episode, I have Ryan Busby, who is one of the founders of the Zionsville Run Club, a new club that will celebrate its first birthday this summer here in central Indiana. So I talked to Ryan about how the club came about, how it came together, and about their event that they will host this July 4th, the 4th of July Big Boom 5K. We talk about his running journey, how he started by doing half marathons, and how he met his wife and they trained for a half marathon together. He then became a triathlete, starting with sprint triathlons, working his way to a 70.3 Ironman in Muncie. He is now starting to train for another 70.3 in Madison, Wisconsin this September. So there's a little triathlon talk during this running podcast. And he also played collegiate rugby, which is interesting. So I really loved getting a chance to get to know Ryan, who certainly now is a staple of our running community here in central Indiana. So I know you're really going to enjoy this episode with Ryan Busby. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm delightful.
I'm so proud of you for running today.
I didn't want to. I actually, I hit my alarm, the snooze, probably 3 times too many and didn't realize it. And so I looked at my alarm, it was going off and I had to be there in 6 minutes.
Oh.
So I immediately rolled out of bed, quickly chatted with my friends. I was like, I'm going to be a minute late, jumped in the van as I'm throwing my shoes on.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad I wasn't alone because there was a trail of minivans. We all laughed. It's everybody drives a minivan on the Tuesday morning crew.
So you might, consider changing the name of the club to the Minivan Run Club.
The Minivan Run Club, yeah. It's all the parents that are trying to run before their kids wake up.
Yeah.
They do the 5:15. It was not fun this morning. It was cold. It was windy. It was snowing. Mm-hmm. But we had each other, so it was good. Yeah,
you had quite the crew turnout.
Yeah, I think we had 7 people.
That's so good. Great.
Yeah.
There you go. Lucky number 7 on St. Patrick's Day.
Exactly.
How amazing is that?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm going to say it out loud on this podcast. I'm going to come to that run.
I'm going to hold you.
Sometime.
It's. I think it's in writing. It's in whatever this is.
Yeah, whatever this is.
Yeah,
it's
this
in
is
a transcription.
It's legal. Yep, it's in the transcript. Yep, I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, and your neighbor, Ashley Schwab, is a great friend of mine and one of my running partners, and she has to run in the mornings.
Yeah.
Same thing. She has young kids. She's got to get it done before her husband leaves for work, and so we've talked about it. We just haven't been about it. Yeah. Mostly because of the winter. Yeah. That's my excuse anyway, which really isn't an excuse.
No, you could pick her up on the way out.
Right. Totally.
It'd be perfect.
It'd be perfect. I used to run on the Zionsville Rail Trail a lot with her when we would be training for stuff. And it's since then gotten a lot better. So much more trail.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I think because we started at the Von Terra neighborhood.
Okay.
Right at the
I don't know names of neighborhoods at all. Some people are really good at that.
I know. I know 3. And one of them is Von Terra.
Okay.
You start right off whatever that is, Zionsville Road, and you could take it past Whitestown, and it ends in a field. And I think they plan on expanding it.
Yeah.
But I want to say it's 12 completed miles at this point.
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Well, and now I think technically, you could run from the rail trail to the Monon because now they have that sidewalk on 116th Street. And then you could just get over to Main Street and you could just go all the way over there, which would take forever. But if you're really trying to get some miles in, it's not
a really long run.
Yeah. A really, really long run.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Zionsville?
Just 3 years.
Okay.
I'm trying to think now. It's been a little over 3 years now.
Where were you before?
We were close to downtown. We were like in the Mapleton Fall Creek neighborhood.
Oh, so nice.
It's so nice. We loved it. We were like the never suburb crowd. We're like, we're never going to leave 465. And we had kids, and we're like, we're not going out on Tuesdays anymore.
Yeah,
it's like,
right. We don't need to be next to the cool part of town.
Yeah, and it's like, and every time I'd go out, it's like everybody kept getting younger. No, it's like, what is happening?
Yeah,
and we were pushing strollers, and it just made more sense to head out. And so once we moved to Zionsville, it's like my eyes were open, and like the sun came shining in. I was like, I'm a suburbs guy now. Like I'm all in. You know, I immediately, the guy that sold me the house, he was like, do you want to buy the riding mower too? I was like, I would absolutely love the riding mower.
My gosh.
So it was within a week, you know, we're full suburb and having barbecues with the neighbors and hanging out. And it was amazing.
How long were you an anti-minivan person as well? I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand. But
my wife was.
Okay, yeah.
I was very pro minivan. I was all about the minivan.
So do you drive the van?
Sometimes I have a truck, but I prefer the minivan.
Okay.
But we were looking at everything. We were looking at like a Highlander. We're looking at like, you know, kind of the crossovers. And we had to have this come to Jesus moment. We're like, why are we getting a van? We're like, for convenience, to get the third kid in there. We're like, let's just like go all in on function.
Yeah.
And man, that Honda Odyssey.
Ooh, I've heard good things.
It's incredible.
We're not a van family, and we only have 2 kids, and we're only going to have 2 kids, which I think makes a difference.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like once you cross that third kid mark, it's like you have a choice to make.
Yeah.
You know, the road diverges in a yellow woods, and you have to pick, are you going to be a van family
Are you going to be inconvenienced by what you consider like a cool car, or are you going to just embrace the suburban minivan life? So, okay, we've talked about the Zionsville Run Club. I want to hear the story about how that all came together, because it's pretty new. Less than a year old.
Less than a year old. It'll officially be 1 in June. So we'll be wrapping up our freshman year here soon. Yeah, it's kind of a fun story just because it was like, we call it like a coalition of runners. You know, it's like there were a million little run groups that were going on everywhere. And so when we moved to Zionsville, I was like, well, I want to meet some people. I had been like doing like a little triathlon training group downtown Indy, the Phoenix group, for a while. And I was like, well, what do we have up here? I was like, clearly, like everybody has a run club. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And there was nothing. I was like, I can't find a run club. There's nobody to meet up with. But there was this Zionsville Runners Facebook group. And it was there. There just wasn't anybody like posting in it. And so I was like, hey, does anybody run here? And there was one guy that...
Mike? Was it Mike?
It was Evan.
Okay,
Evan Williamson.
I don't know Evan.
He's got the Chick-fil-A on Michigan,
Oh.
which about half my salary goes to.
That's cool. Yeah.
We love that Chick-fil-A. And he was like, I'll run with you. I was like, that's great. It's like, what time? It was like 5:30 on Tuesdays. So we started running, and it was just him and I for a couple weeks. And then we got a couple more people on the morning run. And all the while there were like afternoon runs. There were some people like all over kind of meeting up. But again, for the parents, 5:30 after work just didn't work for us.
Right. There's all of that. Yeah. Everything.
Yeah. So then we had the Monumental, and a few of us were there, and we see the Carmel Run Club tent, and they're all like barbecuing, and they're having the time of their lives. And it's truly like, it looks like a dream, right?
Yeah.
Like they have such a good time. And the Fishers Club, they're having the best time of their lives. All of the city clubs are like out with their tents. And the people that we knew that we'd been running together were without a home, and we're like meandering around, and we're like, where do we go?
Yeah.
And that's where like, we need a tent. We need to make this official. We need to get everybody together. So we posted on Facebook. We're like, hey, should we do this? We thought about it a little bit. And then Mike. Yeah. So Mike Cole. Yep. Mike Cole, who has the Greeks in Zionsville. I think he recently sold it, actually.
Oh, did he?
He's starting a new one in Brownsburg.
Okay. I saw a video of him on the internet that I didn't watch, but I bet that was the announcement.
He's documenting on YouTube. So if you want to follow along, it's on YouTube.
He also holds the Guinness Book of World Records world record for the fastest marathon run while holding a pizza.
Incredible.
I can't remember what episode he is of this podcast, but people should go listen to it.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And one more tangent about Mike Cole. I just ran a race in Florida, in Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Guess who won that race? Mike Cole.
Was he there?
I could not believe it. I was mid-race, and I look over, and it was a looped course, so you could see everybody. And it's Mike Cole. And I could not believe it. I yelled. I was like, is that Mike Cole? And he like did a fist pump, and he went on to win the race. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Mike. He is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. He's amazing. Great runner. Great guy. I mean, he's like, when you think of a pillar in the community.
Yeah.
Mike Cole.
Yeah. Great guy. Yeah. In fact, during his episode, I was like, are you going to start the club, Mike? Like, why is there no Zionsville Run Club?
Yeah.
So now full circle.
So he hit me up and he was like, listen, this is something we've always wanted to do. He's like, it takes work. We've just never had anybody that's going to lead it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, my hands are full. He's like, but I'll support. And I was like, okay, that's great. And he's like, let's have a kickoff and get some people together after the holidays, because this is like December.
Yeah.
Everybody's busy with Christmas and stuff. So January rolls around. We hit up the Facebook group. We're like, hey, runners of Zionsville, do we want this? And everybody's like, yes, let's do it. I was like, okay, great. Mike opened up Greeks for a night, and we all got in the party room. We ran for like a few miles, came back, and he like made everybody free pizza. And we kind of had this little meeting. We're like, do we want to do it? What should we do? And it kind of came down to, should we franchise off of another group? Should we try to expand off of Carmel runners or Indy runners? Mm-hmm. Or, what does the vision look like? And we're all like, let's just do our own thing so we can control it. And we made the decision that night to get the ball rolling. So we're a 501c3. We've licensed under the Road Runners of America, RRCA. And it took a lot of work. And we had a number of volunteers that came in, like Mike Steele. He had experience with setting up nonprofits in the past.
Right, that's a whole thing. So you have to have a board of directors. You have to, a lot of stuff.
And so he like spearheaded that.
Okay.
Ricky, she came in and she was like, I'm a CPA. Like, can I help? I was like, absolutely.
Yes, I really like Ricky.
Yeah. She's the best. So without the help of everyone, there's no way it would have happened, which is just a miracle to watch. And, it's so fun to see the community come together. Yeah. And all the while, like, we're running. It's like we're just getting out and logging some miles and having fun. But we bought our tent. We got to some races. It was so fun, like seeing like all of that happen. And we were talking about HubSpot earlier. So I have a free license through HubSpot, and I spun up the website.
I was going to ask about that, because the technology piece of it, like the website and all that stuff, is tough.
Yes.
For people who aren't in tech.
Yes.
Especially.
But I set it up, and the night that we set it up, I set up a little form. I didn't advertise or anything like that. The next day, we had 3 people sign up purely just from like Googling Zionsville Run Club.
Wow.
Finding our website, like filling out the form. I was like, this is amazing. I had no idea. And it was like, so it was untapped demand.
Yeah.
And people that we had never spoken to, just looking for a local run club.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And well, also, Carmel Run Club's great, but they're huge now, right?
They are huge.
It's a huge club.
Yeah.
So I find being a part of something from the beginning, I'm sure that's been so fun.
Yeah. It's so nice to have the Carmel Club, Carmel, Fishers, Indy, having them nearby to look up to and see what they're doing, because they do it so well. They set such a good bar of what a run club can and should be.
And Run 317?
Yes.
Or not Run 317, sorry. 3 Run 7.
Yes.
Because now we've got Run 317, the race series, and then 3 Run 7, their club. It's huge. I can't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice to see, like, again, what good looks like and having that in the community.
Right.
So
absolutely.
It's a nice benefit of being on the north side of Indy.
Yeah. And so, how many members now?
We have 55 or 60 paid members on the club.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. We've got like 600 people on the Facebook group.
Yeah, I think I'm on the Facebook group for sure. Yeah. Because I'm West Carmel. So I'm right on the border.
Yeah.
And so I can go both ways.
You can go both ways. Come join a run.
Yeah, I know. I will. I really will. I want to. I bought a tank top.
Oh,
I have
awesome.
the Zionsville Run Club tank top.
Great.
Yeah.
They're great tank tops.
Yeah, because you and I can't remember if that was the first time we met in person at the Hit the Bricks 5K.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because I remember, I think that's when I found out Ricky was also running the Marine Corps Marathon last year in 2025.
Yeah.
So, because I don't know her super well, but it was nice then to be like, oh, good, there's going to be, somebody else I know is going to be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that race was fun.
So fun.
That's by the city of Zionsville, right? Yeah. They put that on.
Or the Optimist Club.
Okay. What is that?
You're asking the wrong person.
We'll just cut that out. We don't know.
Ian, so I know Ian, he's on our board, and he works a little bit at Runners Forum, but he's also a member of the Optimist Club, and he puts on the race.
Okay.
And I think...
Is it like optimistic?
Yes.
Optimist, not like Optimus Prime.
Right. Optimist. Like optimistic.
That's what I assumed, but then you're like, what is it?
And actually, my in-laws are a part of the club, or should know more about what they do. My understanding is they're very youth-focused and helping with like youth opportunities.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was a great race. They had a great turnout. It was a beautiful day, good course.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to push with Ainsley's Angels, which is the only 5K I should say I've done with them, which was really fun. That race was cool. And now, so Zionsville Run Club, you have your own race?
We will. Yes, we're going to have the 4th of July Big Boom 5K.
Yeah.
Downtown Zionsville.
Has that always existed and now it's just your race?
Kind
or is
of.
that okay?
So it was Mike Cole's race.
That's right.
And it took a hiatus. I think it was after COVID. So it's like he had been running that for years. And then COVID happened. I don't know the last time it was run, but that was partially why he was like, I want the club together. He's like, so then I can hand off this race. Then the club can put it on.
Yep.
And we could just keep it going for years.
Yeah.
So registration's open.
Awesome.
July 4th, downtown Zionsville, starts and ends on the bricks. It'll be 8 a.m. There's a lot going on in Zionsville that day. There's the farmer's market, so you could finish up, go to the farmer's market. We're very excited.
That's really exciting.
I keep trying to convince Mike Steele, so his kids are involved with like the winter percussion at Zionsville.
Oh.
I'm like, please bring a drum line.
Yeah.
Like at the start and finish, we need a full drum line. We need like the
you
fanfare.
have to.
I
That'd
know.
be so fun,
It'd be
especially
so-
for 4th of July race, especially. The fanfare would be perfect.
I know.
And then there's the Zionsville Half Marathon, which
Yes.
Mike started, but he sold.
Yes.
Is that a Tuxedo Brothers race now? I
I
forget.
think it is.
Okay.
I think it is. Yeah.
Also a great race. I've only done it once, but I've spectated a couple times.
Yeah.
I need to do that one again.
Tuxedo Brothers, they have a lot of good races.
So many.
They have so many good races. Their triathlon series is really fun. I mean, they have a lot of good sprints starting essentially from May to September.
Yeah.
So they keep us busy.
Yeah. So are you still a triathlete?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you a triathlete first before you were truly well, I mean, I guess you're a runner if you're running, but
I know. So like for years, for like a decade, me as a runner was like, I would train for the Indy Mini and every training run, I would run like as hard as possible. And I'd run a mile really hard. Then I'd run 2 miles really hard. And then I would just do that to like exhaustion. Then I'd run the Mini and I'd have shin splints and my knees would hurt and my ankles would hurt and be like, okay, I'm in shape. I'm going to try and keep running. And then I wouldn't run for like 6 more months.
yeah.
So it was like I just repeated that cycle for years. And then I had kids, and like every person, every man that has kids, you're trying to plan your life. They think, I'm going to do triathlons now. Which my wife is like, we're trying to get our lives together. She's like, really? Now?
Great.
Yeah, great. Great timing. So I was like, let's just do a sprint. And I did the Eagle Creek sprint.
That's the only one I've done 2 triathlons. That's the only one I've done in Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great race.
It's a great starting point too, because it's very approachable. What are the distances?
500-meter swim.
Which was the hardest part for me.
Oh, I had a panic attack. I had been swimming in a pool because I didn't know how to swim well.
Yeah.
I could like doggy paddle, and the first thing as soon as I got in the water, it's like I couldn't breathe because it was cold. I'm getting splashed.
Yeah.
And I invited my family, so my parents are there, like my wife's there, and I'm 20 yards into the water and I'm just flailing, and I look like a drowning fish, and I was like, okay, I'll breaststroke. And even then, like I couldn't catch my breath. So I flip over on my back and I'm backstroking, and this kayaker comes over who's one of the lifeguards, and she's like, sir, are you okay? And I can't talk because like my breathing's not right. I'm like, I'm fine. She's like, well, you're going off course. And I look and I'm way off in the middle of the Eagle Creek Reservoir. I made it out.
Yeah.
I was the second to last person out of the water.
That's like same. I had very similar experience. Yeah.
So I took some swimming lessons after that. But after that, it was fine. But then 10-mile bike and then a 5K.
Yeah.
But that was my intro into it. After that, I was like, maybe I could do a half Ironman, maybe a 70.3. It's like, it was just so fun. And I reached out to, it was funny. I ran into him. I'd never met the guy before, but Doug Robinson with Phoenix Training.
Okay.
Met him at a Lowe's parking lot line to get some like landscaping stuff. He had triathlon socks on.
Oh, there you go.
And I was like, hey, like, do you know like anything about triathlons? It's like, I need to get better at swimming. And he was like, yeah, actually, it's like, we're doing a long run tomorrow. Like, come on out. And so I started training with him.
That's so funny you met at Lowe's.
It was so random.
Yeah,
So
it's
random.
great.
Yeah. He was the first one that I was like, when I started training with him, he's like, what percentage of your runs are hard? I was like, 100%. And he's like, how many are easy? I was like, none. And he's like, how many are medium? I was like, none. He's like, okay. He's like, well, we need to do like 90% easy. And to me, I thought he was going easy on me. He thinks I can't do it. And I was like, he just thinks I'm not in shape. He thinks I can't train hard. And like, it took a long time for him to actually convince me. He's like, no, this is how you should be training. Like, this is
this is what everyone's
doing.
Do.
Yeah. And it like blew my mind because running was never fun. Like, I didn't like running, and I got injured and it hurt me. I just thought because I wasn't in shape enough, because I played rugby in high school and college. Like, it was supposed to hurt. It's like
you played rugby in college.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And I got one too many concussions and finally had to stop. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you and Lance Schwab, actually.
Did he play rugby?
No, he didn't, but he's had a million concussions, that man.
Yeah. My marbles got rocked a few too many times.
Yeah.
And now, like, anytime I can't think of a word, it's like, I know the game that erased half my vocabulary. It's like, I know when that was gone.
Yeah.
But it was honestly that turning point, getting done with a workout and feeling good and feeling like, oh, I could have gone longer, but like feeling myself getting stronger week by week, that it was like a turning point. It's like, oh, this is fun and this is sustainable and this is great. And I felt like it was like the light came on.
Yes.
And I started evangelizing to everybody. It's like, you could be a runner and you could be a runner. It's like, you're just running too fast. Like, we're not running slow enough. Everybody slow down. And I started getting my friends out and they're like, we're not running fast enough. I was like, that's the point.
Yeah,
it's great. And so from there, it's like, well, I'm going to do a marathon. Like, I started doing races I never thought I could, and I wasn't getting injured, and it was enjoyable.
So for the Phoenix Club, is that like similar to a run club where it's structured where it's like a paid membership type of thing, or was it just a group and then you pay a coach?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
So they have like the group. It was like a club. You paid. It was like, I forget what it was, $25 a month or something.
Okay.
And they had like structured workouts.
Gotcha.
And it was either, running, biking, or swimming, or, would do like a brick workout. And they would travel to races together, and they still do. And it's like a really good community. But then they also had like personal coaching, which I did that for a while with Doug.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to do a 70.3. And so he helped me do that.
Yeah. It's so funny you talk about running each run as fast as you can, because I trained that same way forever.
Yeah.
Thinking I just had my chart with the number of miles I was supposed to run each day.
Yeah.
But I never knew that I was supposed to. I just thought, oh, I have 3 miles today. I'm going to go out and run 3 miles as fast as I can.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's not at all what you're supposed to do.
I know.
It's wild.
Why didn't they tell us this growing up?
I really could have used that information a lot sooner, because I had a stress fracture in college from running too much. I've been lucky not to have a ton of other injuries, but I just was never really progressing in the sport at all. Like, it was just kind of always the same, which now makes a lot of sense. But yeah.
And it's not fun.
Right.
It's miserable. Again, it's fun when you do 90% of your workouts easy, and then you go to a race and you actually can run fast.
Yeah.
And it's like the first time you've run fast in a while, and you feel like you're flying. Like,
it's
all
fun.
of a sudden, like, everything's fun.
Yes.
But nobody
absolutely.
told me that as a kid.
Yeah. No.
Maybe they didn't know. I don't know.
That's When did that start to be how you trained? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But
well, and I also thought that your progress was like directly correlated to the effort. It's like, so you could only be getting better, like no pain, no gain. Like,
right.
That made sense.
Yeah.
So I'd never heard of zone 2.
Yeah.
And I thought,
me either.
I thought they just got better the higher they got. It's like zone 5, great. Now you're working out.
Right. Yes. Now you're sweating. I mean, I would just kill myself every run just to get better. Right. You're like, well, how am I supposed to run faster if I'm not running faster?
Yeah. Well, when I started working with Doug, my 5, I got to say, I'm not a fantastic runner. I just like to run. My fastest 5K was like 24 minutes.
Okay.
And I was like, I just can't break that. And he was like, okay, we're going to slow down. And I was like, the whole winter, I ran nothing, but it was 11, 12-minute miles.
Yeah.
And it was killing me. I felt like, I could walk that that pace.
Yeah.
And he just kept at it. And then in March, it was like, after 4 months of doing that, he's like, all right, let's just go test out a 5K. I hadn't ran faster than an 11-minute mile. And I did 21 minutes. It was like shaved off 3 minutes of a 5K time.
Crazy.
Purely by just doing slow runs. And that's when I finally was like a believer. I was like, okay, I can get faster. Like, just by running slow. And because I still thought he was just babying me. I thought it was like,
that's funny. I didn't think about that aspect of it, right? He should have been like, no, this is, I guess he probably tried to explain, but it just didn't compute. You're like, I don't understand how that's possible. Yeah. I ended up working with my running coach kind of by happenstance. I was introduced to her through my business, Athlete Bouquets, and she was like, well, hey, in exchange for doing a giveaway for my clients, would you like to do a month of coaching? And I'm just like, I don't need a coach. I've run plenty of half marathons. Like, I've run marathons. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But then she started to explain what it was, not really giving me the hard sell, but just explaining what coaching meant and the types. And I thought, oh, maybe I should work with somebody who actually knows what they're doing, and maybe I'll learn something. And I sure did. And I still work with her. So,
yes.
Yeah.
I always thought, and a lot of my friends rolled their eyes. They were like, we're with a coach? Like, I thought it was for people that were like serious athletes.
Yes, same. Like the pros have coaches. Nobody else.
Like a pro has a coach. And they're like, what are you trying to prove? What are you doing? I was like, I don't know, honestly. It's like, I don't have a good answer for that. I could make the excuse because it was a triathlon. I was like, well, I need help swimming. It's like,
Right.
But deep down, I was like, I do want to get better. It's like, I really don't know how to do this, well. And it was truly like so much of it was understanding like how to structure not just like one workout, but a week's worth of workouts, like your whole training schedule. It's like, what should that flow look like? Like, what should a recovery week look like? How to know like when an injury might be sneaking up, like all of that.
Yeah.
And then honestly, one of the things that I learned the most was I stuck with him through the off season. It was like how to handle after a race. Like,
Right.
how do you do postseason recovery? How do you do an off season? Because that's when I always quit. It's
Right.
like, oh, I'll
Start
take
back up again in 6 months when I
Yeah.
need to start training again.
Yeah.
Well, and I needed somebody to tell me, well, not only just to run slower, but to rest.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. You just think, okay, the more I run,
Yeah.
the better the faster and better I'll get, the more endurance I'll have. But
Yeah.
it's, I needed somebody to say, slow down,
Yeah.
rest. You need to have rest days. Like that is important. And after a race, you need to rest. That's important. It's like, oh, okay. I guess I could try to do that. But it was hard. I mean, it was really hard. I remember the first easy run I ever went on. And I thought, I don't know if I can do this.
This isn't
like
for
to
me.
your point.
Yeah.
You're like, I am running. I could walk.
Yeah.
But then now I love my easy run days.
Love 'em.
Because you're just, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's great. And you could run with who, for the most part. I mean, I guess easy paces are all relative, but
Yeah.
it just makes it, I think, easier for people who have different speeds. You can kind of come together on a easy pace that's, hopefully easy enough for everybody to
Yeah.
enjoy. Yeah.
There was so we do farmers market runs with the club on Saturdays all through the summer, and they're on our website if you want to check it out. But they're usually like some of our more popular runs. We'll have like between like 25, 40 people show up, and we'll do like 3 miles, then come back and you can get a breakfast burrito from the farmers
Yeah,
market.
it's actually really great.
It's really great. Well, last year I was running and I was like, yo, like run in the front group. And it was just me and this other like high schooler who's like setting the pace. And he just kept running faster and faster and faster. And like, I looked down at my like watch and we're like doing like 6:45. I was like, okay, like for me, that's peppy. That's pretty fast. And I'm trying to act cool, like keeping a conversation going with him, like trying to control my breathing as much as possible. And I'm like getting gassed.
Yeah.
And we like finish up. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, that was awesome. He's like, you want to get a couple more miles in? It's like, oh no, like I'm really good.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, nice meeting you, all this. And he followed me on Strava. And later I see he has the nerve to log that as an easy run. He was like, great, like conversational easy run. Like, and then he
That's
logged
so
another
funny.
workout afterwards. It was
That
like
was a
another
real workout.
It was a real
quote
workout.
unquote, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, man, he was so kind to me. He was so nice, not to throw that in my face on the run, but it's
Right.
like that turd.
Right.
Easy
You're like,
workout.
okay.
I
Well,
was
I
like
mean-
limping on my way home.
Yeah, I know. It is all relative. And it's
Yeah.
funny, people, like you said, everybody can run. If you say you hate running, it's probably because you train the wrong way, like we were talking about.
Yeah. You're running too fast.
Yeah. So just slow down. And you're not the slowest runner. You're not the fastest runner. It's all relative. And who cares also?
Yeah.
Some people, but
I know. I kind of miss the days. I honestly forget what it was like before watches and Strava.
Totally.
And like logging workouts.
where everybody sees every workout you do.
You see every workout.
Yeah.
And like, I still get the self-conscious, like if I run like a slow run, I want to label it. It's like slow run.
Like the super easy, great, relaxing, cool down day.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, this was like recovery and like super conversational and like didn't break a sweat.
Right.
It's like, that's silly. Like why?
Right. Nobody
cares.
Nobody's really caring. I mean, really.
I don't look at other people's runs and I'm not like, oh,
Whoa, what was Allie doing today? Man,
Yeah.
just really running slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre thing.
It is a really bizarre thing. Yeah. I used to do the same thing where I would be like, I would run with my dog. And he would stop. It was the Doug mile, I call it. Because the first mile, he'd have to like stop and go to the bathroom. And so it would always drive me nuts because I'm like, you're ruining my speeds.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop. So I stop my watch and forget to start it again or whatever. But it's just funny going through that. Now I'm like, I don't even stop my watch.
Yeah.
Because I just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very zen.
My coach might ask, "What did
happened?
you like trip over a rock or what's going on?" But usually not even that. So
Yeah. Who's your coach?
Rachel Cinders is her name.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in Carmel as well.
Nice. How long have you been working with Rachel?
Great question. I wonder. It's been 4 years at least, I would say. Yeah, so it's been great.
That's awesome.
I love the accountability. I love the community that she's built too, right? I mean, I think coaches now are kind of like community builders.
Yes.
Really. I mean, they're building a team of people who are like-minded, enjoy the sport, and then you go to a race and you all get together. It's kind of like another kind of a club, really. Yeah. Because I'm not part of a running club officially.
Mm-hmm. It's so fun. It's so fun to like be training with people and have somebody who's encouraging you and believing in you. And then you have that build up to a race. My life, it's like, obviously, like I work a full-time job, I have a family. It's like we do all these things, but races create such a good pattern in your life and like the little milestones. And it's like the world can be crazy and on fire.
Yes.
And you can escape from that and have like a big win. And see your people. And it's so insulated. It's great.
It is. It's a good escape, really, because you're right. Who cares about stuff when like the world's on fire? You're like, oh, well, I just, PR'd my half marathon or whatever. You're like, well, that seems so dumb. But you got to enjoy life. So you got to do something to get away from it all.
We talk about that all the time. Like it's with everything going on, it can be like overwhelming, especially at work. We talk about it at work all the time. And like my friends, just death spiraling. But it's almost like walking into a new world because nobody's on their phone when they're running. We all go out.
Well, I'm just kidding.
So it's true sometimes. And it's like, we don't even think to bring it up. It's like, it's like the happiest conversations. Right. And it's nobody's diving in, nobody's arguing. It's truly like an escape from all of that. And it's like our own little patch of utopia on, the Zionsville Rail Trail and like all these races. And so if you want that escape, dear listeners, join your local club or go out for a run, find some people to run with because it's such a nice break. Yeah.
And if they don't have a club, reach out to Ryan. He'll tell you how to start it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll tell you everything to do right and all the million things that you can do wrong.
Right. Oh, yeah. You'll have that.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the 70.3.
Yeah.
You did that in Muncie, is that right?
I did the Muncie one back in, I think it was 2023.
Okay.
Yeah. It was so fun.
What year would have been you did your like first sprint try where you kind of started?
2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So COVID kind of got you into all this a little bit.
Yeah.
But you were a college athlete too. So I guess there's kind of always been that in your life.
That's kind of how my wife and I met. We were like training for the mini marathon together at the same time. So like we'd kind of like go on little like run dates.
Okay, well that's adorable. So wait, how were you training together? Was it just after you met and then that was a way you got together?
Yeah, we like knew of each other and I think it came up like in conversation we were both training for it. I was like, oh, you want to go on a run? Like, yeah, we can go on a run.
That's the best way to get it going.
It was great.
Yeah.
So that kind of did force a little bit of a conversational pace, I guess. It's like
right. You're not going to leave her in the dust.
Right.
Or she, vice versa.
Yeah. So yeah, and like we did a few of those and it was great. Like those were always so fun.
So fun.
Are you doing the mini this year?
Oh yeah.
50th
year, man.
It's exciting.
So exciting. In fact, I'm throwing you a birthday party.
Oh, really?
The night before the Indy Mini, we have a live podcast at BottleWorks. We did it last year, so we're doing an event. I say we, Lindsay Hine, who has a podcast of her own that she's had for a decade. I'll have another. She has a podcast network that I'm lucky enough to be a part of.
That's fun.
So we started doing events, and doing it at the Mini is so fun because it's the hometown race. I mean, so is Monumental in the fall, but the Mini is just, given the time of year and how exciting it is for the city of Indianapolis to rally around May. I think it's, we've said on this podcast many times, it's kind of the rite of passage.
Yes.
If you're in this area and you run, you've probably done the Mini. And if you haven't, you've probably done that on purpose for some reason because you should have done it by now.
Yes, everybody needs to do it. And most of my coworkers are remote. And they're usually like either East Coast or West Coast. And they'll talk about Indiana. And they're like, should we visit? And it's like, if you're going to visit, come to Indiana in May.
Yes.
It is the best place to be in the world. The energy in May in Indiana, I love it. And the weather's great. It's like we have 2 good months of weather. It's like May and October. And like the weather's great. And there's just this energy, like this build up to the race. There's so many festivities. I feel like every single day something fun's going on.
Yeah.
And the Mini kind of kicks that off.
It does.
It's great.
How many times have you done the Mini then?
Probably like 5 or 6.
Okay. Yeah.
I think there's people that do it every year.
Yeah. There are people who've done every single one.
That's crazy.
Like wrap your head around that. I can't
50?
really. 50.
Wow.
I mean, not to be sick or injured. And I think some of them probably have done it injured. I've talk to people at Monumental who are streakers who've done one on crutches they're like,
Just
well,
to
I
keep
have
the
to do
streak
it.
alive.
Yeah. Just to keep it alive.
I always see those names in the back of the packet that have done it for however many years the Monumental is now. Was it 16 or 17 years?
Yeah. People ask me that. I should know because I was on the board for 5 years.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just rolled off actually.
How was that?
It was amazing. So fun to see kind of the inner workings of an event like that.
Yeah.
And as a runner, now you know what it takes to start a club, right? And have a race. You'll get
just a 5K.
right.
A lot of questions.
And for
I
like
never
hundreds of people,
Yeah.
versus we're talking 17,000 people. It's just so interesting to see what all goes into that. Gave me such a deeper appreciation for races and volunteers.
Yeah.
And when you go to complain about something about a race, it's like, yeah, you have no idea all the things that had to happen for that to happen or whatever it might be. So, yeah.
The questions that just keep coming up. It's like, how many porta potties do we need? It's like,
Well, we probably need that.
Yeah, it's like, we need that. Where do we tell people to park? It's like, good question. It's like,
all the tiny things.
All the tiny things.
Yeah.
So, but for the Monumental.
Right. It's a huge, huge undertaking.
What was your area of responsibility for that?
I would always volunteer at events at the expos, and I usually would run the events because I couldn't not run the events.
Yeah.
And then when I was on the board, I'm like, well, I have to give you the participants' point of view, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but I was always really passionate about the kind of the marketing side of things is fun. Again, from a participant standpoint, understanding that. And then we have a kids program too, as part of it. Actually, Monumental, it's Beyond Monumental is a nonprofit.
Okay.
So all of that goes towards working with kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So fun. Now I don't, only because all the running stuff I do now it's just kind of become to a point where it's like, okay, this is like bleeding together too much.
Yeah.
So I'm still very much working with the organization, just not officially. Yeah.
That's cool. Do your kids run?
Quick break in the show to tell you about Amazfit. Amazfit is a global smart wearable brand that designs smartwatches, fitness trackers, and health technology for active lifestyles like ours. You've heard me talk about this if you have listened to this podcast. I wear the Amazfit Balance 2 smartwatch. It has replaced both my Garmin and my Apple Watch. I only take it off when I shower, and that is the only time I have to charge this watch. This battery life lasts for 21 days. And the best part is that it's not $1,000. This watch is $299, a very approachable price. So if you are looking to upgrade your smartwatch, but you don't want to spend a ton of money, look no further than Amazfit. They have watches that are above the Balance 2, also watches with less functionality than the Balance 2. So they really have one for everyone. And if you want to shop Amazfit, you can go to amazfit.com, AMAZFIT.com. You can use code ALLYB, ALLYB, for 10% off of your order. Thank you, Amazfit, for supporting this podcast.
That's cool. Do your kids run?
I hope so. What about yours?
My 5-year-old will.
Yeah, I guess 5-year-old is okay.
But he runs everywhere he goes. And when I'm like getting done with the run, I'll see him at our driveway and he comes like sprinting with me and wants to do like another couple laps.
That's the best.
So I'm hoping he runs.
Yeah.
And he loves it so far.
Yeah. My oldest is 8 and she hasn't done a 5K yet, but she could.
Yeah.
And so I've been thinking about that for this summer. Do I, try to put together a plan for us to kind of train for one and then do it? In June, there's the Indianapolis 5K that Monumental puts on with the mile. So it's like, but they definitely are interested because I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fun to kind of be setting that example for them. I mean, I grew up watching my mom run and be really active, and my parents, have always been active. So
we meant to make it out this year, but we didn't. The all-comers track meet. Have you seen that in Zionsville?
I need to go to that sometime too. Yeah. So tell people what that is.
I'm going to botch it, but essentially it's like a track meet for everyone and anyone from like the youngest kids on up. And they have sprints, essentially a track meet. And you could sign up, do like a 40-yard dash, I think they go up to a mile run. But as a kid, you can go run and be timed and you're racing everybody on the track and there's stands and you get a ribbon and it's like, it's a community event.
Yes, I need to do that.
I don't think it's that much. I think it's like $10 or something like that.
Right. Yeah, no, I've heard of it and I love the concept of it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's essentially just a passion project. I mean, gets the people out.
Well, especially people, adults who are former track athletes themselves, they don't really have an excuse outside of maybe inside of a workout to go race some of the distances they used to do. So it is pretty cool. Right. I have no idea how fast I could run 100 meters at this point.
I don't know.
Probably it wouldn't be impressive, but.
I want to go find out though.
Right. It'd be nice to kind of know. And who am I faster than? I don't know. But yeah, I saw a video recently. Did you see this of the 81-year-old man who was doing I forget the distance, like call it 400 meters, but he was sprinting and you're like, holy crap.
Was he fast?
I mean, yeah, for 81, watching somebody sprint at 81, it's like, what?
That's crazy.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you have one brother?
I've got a brother and an older sister.
Okay, you're a middle child.
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, my wife's a middle child.
Oh,
and
that's
so
funny.
like our middle child, he's the king of middle children. Like all of his little ploys that he brings out, I'm like, I know your game. Like he plays his siblings off of each other. Like he's the instigator.
Yeah.
But I see right through it. Like I know what he's doing.
Yeah. I feel the same way with my oldest because I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, believe me, I know how this feels.
Yeah.
You have to be the one that sets the example and is the responsible one all the time.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but it's just how it goes. Yeah.
And honestly, that's kind of the thing with our middle child, Teddy. I'm like, honestly, man, it's a great spot to be. I love being a middle child. It's like you get all the fun, not as much the responsibility. You can and he plays that off too. It's like you just push that onto the older sibling. It's our oldest, Roman. He is a stereotypical oldest child. Some of the first words that he ever said to me was, I was sweeping the floor and I missed a spot. And he came over and he goes, Dad, no. And like pointed to the dust on the floor where I missed it. And he took it out of my hands so he could perfect it. So he's very much the perfectionist, like everything in order.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
When you were growing up, how'd you get into rugby as a sport?
That's a good question. I went to Pendleton and they had a club team and it was like all the kids from soccer and football that had gotten in trouble.
Okay.
And like it was like all the kids in soccer where they were getting like too many red cards and all the football players that couldn't stay on the team and they like collected them together into the rugby team.
That's pretty smart.
It was great.
Yeah.
And so it was me and my buddies that played and it was so funny because it was like a ragtag club where we had the same jerseys that they had in the 90s. And so it was like very thick cotton, but they're all bloodstained, all ripped up. And they were like black and white stripes. They looked like jailhouse jerseys.
Wow.
And we were playing like the others, a lot of programs that had like booster clubs and fundraising, and they were wearing the modern jerseys, like the modern, they looked like a real team. And we're going out there in like just literally rags and we're just fighting people. And it was the best. It was so fun.
Oh my gosh.
But we did that. And then I went to Anderson University and they had a rugby team and I went and played there too. And it was great. Have you seen rugby where they have the line out where they like push, when you go out of bounds, they throw the ball in and you lift people up in the air.
Okay.
You like pick them up by their legs and put them up in the air. Well, in high school, I was like 6'4", but like 130 pounds. I was a stick. And so like, it was great because you could throw me like way up in the air. I could catch a ball. So like, we were like undefeated in lineouts, and like I could get hit really well. It's like I could take a hit. Like I couldn't tackle all that well, but I got up pretty fast and, I was able to put on a little bit of weight in college, but still it's like I was a tall, skinny guy that you could throw up in the air. But man, it was so fun. Rugby culture is great too, because after a game, they'd have a social. So it's like you would go punch and fight and kick people on the field. But then afterwards, it's like the home team would host a social. They might have a keg or something like that. Yeah. And you're best buddies. You'd go hang out. Like you meet like a lot of the people you already knew. There's a good community. Like if somebody needed a place to stay, like you'd hit up the local rugby league. Anywhere in the state, the rugby folks would take you in. It was great. Yeah. So it was a good community.
Wow. And then we've talked about your wife, Lauren. Yeah. Did you meet when? After college?
In undergrad.
Yeah. Okay. So she also went to Anderson.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Technically, we met like my freshman year in intramural softball, but I was an idiot and I just wasn't paying the right attention.
That also sounds about right. Well, my husband was in a fraternity at Purdue, and we thankfully did not meet in college because for that reason. Yeah. Like I would have been like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't even attempt to make a move then because it would just
mess it up somehow.
Yeah, I would have put a nail in the coffin then. So then we like met, really got connected like the end of my junior year.
Mm-hmm. Does she still run? Will she run the mini?
She runs a little bit. She does Zionsville's Burn Boot Camp. Yeah. that is like all the rage. It's everybody loves it that she does that with. She's like an everydayer, but
every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been, and it is hard.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
The free childcare though is what.
I mean, really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she loves that. So I think that's what she's doing now. Like, we'll still run together. She complains that I run too slow though. I'm like, well, you don't know about the easy run. Like, you're running too fast.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're going to burn boot camp every day. Yeah. Run slow. It's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got to recover.
Okay. And then your first marathon, did you say which one that was? Was it Monumental?
Yeah, it was Monumental. And that was 2024.
Okay. So not all that long ago.
No.
Wow.
So fun.
How'd it go?
It was the best. It was incredible. Like I probably had more fun doing that than the 70.3. And I don't know why. I think it's just like the energy. Everybody's having a blast. I think I also ran a little bit faster than I thought I would, which was a very good feeling.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends were there. The weather was great. It's like 50 degrees.
I was
sunny.
trying to remember that year. Yeah, that's not the wind year, that's for sure.
No.
That was the first year I ran the Monumental for the first time.
Oh, gosh.
Was that year, but yeah.
Yeah. I think that stopped a lot of people from running after that.
Yeah.
Like scarred them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. And that's about the time they were kind of starting up the run club. And so there were some other people I'd been running with that were doing it. And yeah, it was like the energy there is so fun. Until like miles, what is it, like 18 or 19?
Yeah, there's some lonely spots.
Like the Valley of Despair, back by the art museum.
Right. In fact, I talked to the team about how we put a Red Bull truck there recently with like a DJ. And I thought, you know what? I should put together, because I'm doing this for Carmel, at the 20-mile mark, I am going to have a cheer station.
Yeah.
And so, they're setting me up with a tent, a microphone, music. So I'm like, I should do that at Monumental, where they need it the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they need it there. It is so funny because it's like, that's probably for me, like the hardest part is like mile like 20, 22.
Right.
And you're getting out of, Marie and Kessler, where you have Butler and all these like good parties,
all the Halloween
like
candy.
all the candy. They're giving out crumble cookies.
Yeah.
Like people are grilling out, and it's like all this energy, and it starts to die just as you are as well. And so like your energy starts going away, and it becomes quiet, and all of a sudden like you go under 38th Street, and there's just bodies. People are like sitting on the side of the road, and people are like walking, and everybody's not having fun anymore. It's like, okay, if we can just get through this little stretch and get to Fall Creek, then we'll be good.
Because it's not that much, but it's a point in the race where it is tough.
It's like it's maybe a mile.
Yeah,
but it's a hard mile.
I'm trying to remember.
It's kind of a rite of passage though.
Okay, no, I've done Monumental twice, the marathon twice, right? Yeah. Okay, so is that the only marathon you've done?
Just the Monumental. I've only done that twice. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to run another marathon?
I would love to. Yeah.
Okay, but it's not on the calendar yet.
Not on the calendar yet. I know. I'm doing the Madison 70.3.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So we're like, I'm going to do that. And I've got a couple buddies from the run club that are doing that with me. So like, we're all going to like travel up there together.
That's fun. Did you rope them into this?
Yes. Well, we had like talked about it because like they had one of the guys hasn't done one. And he wants to.
Okay.
It's like, well, now's our opportunity. And then another guy's like a big Ironman. Like he had done full Ironman 70.3s in the past, and he hadn't in a while. He's like, love to get back into it.
Perfect.
So we're between Madison or Michigan. Like, let's do Madison. So we're just starting to train on that.
Okay. And where do you get your swimming in?
The Zionsville High School.
Oh, okay.
Which I just signed up for the Masters group.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy. There's like 20, 25 people that show up to the pool at 5 a.m. and they have a coach. Which is partially why I wanted to join. But I was doing like 1,500 yard swims, 1,800. And I went yesterday for the first time, and their workout was like 3,700 meters. And I was like, I can't do that. So I quit at like 2,600. I was like, I'll get there.
Yeah.
But again, it's like fun community, super encouraging people.
Yeah, well, nice to, again, even with it's nice to have a community because it makes you do it.
Yes.
The swimming was, the hardest part for me by far. I didn't grow up a swimmer.
Yeah.
I actually found out I had a severely deviated septum, so I couldn't breathe very well, which I never knew until actually recently, like a couple years ago. And so now I'm like, I wonder if I could swim now that I can breathe.
Yeah.
Might make a big difference.
You should try it.
I don't know.
Wait, so did you have surgery?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you feel afterwards?
The recovery was awful for like a week, but then it was life-changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, wow, I can actually breathe through my nose.
Not to be gross, but when they remove the packing and you can like smell, It's like for the first time, is that what they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did for. I had nasal surgery.
Right.
It was like smelling for the first time.
Yeah, you're like, oh, wow.
It's like, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's weird how you realize you could go through your whole life not knowing that you're like missing half of the. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah.
I had. I don't know what was going on. I was in middle school and it's like I had like chronic sinus infections and it was like something in my head like it just wasn't draining. So it's like everything was always packed. So I could not breathe through my nose. So they did like correction. And I was like, honestly, for as uncomfortable it was, I wish everybody had that experience, like breathing through their nose for the first time. Yeah. It's like, being blind and being able to see. You're like, this is amazing.
Right. Well, and then I remember asking my surgeon, okay, so is there like video I can watch or like so I can learn how to breathe through my nose? I mean, like, is there an exercise I can do to be like on purpose breathing through my nose? Because I'm still a mouth breather because I've been a mouth breather my whole life. So I recently got some mouth tape.
I was going to say, have you tried the mouth tape? What do you think?
Well, it's very weird because it feels like you're being kidnapped because you just put tape on your mouth. It's very bizarre. But I've worn it to sleep a couple times and it's nice. But I wore it once on like an easy Peloton workout. And that was weird. I got a headache because I think I just don't breathe efficiently through my nose. Anyway, I digress. But it's like I need to still think about it.
You did a workout with it on.
Right. Well, and then I was reading the packaging and I was like, oh, this is kind of meant for sleep. But upon further digging, people do wear it while working out to force the efficiency of breathing through your nose, which is intense. So I've only done that once.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, it's weird. It also looks ridiculous.
I'm imagining you going into the gym.
Right. Oh, yeah. Like in public. Yeah. Yeah. No, just in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So for this 70.3 in Madison, do you have goals going in? How do you approach goal setting? I guess kind of in general.
I know. I don't know. I wanted to break 6 hours was like my stretch goal for Muncie.
Okay.
Why am I blanking?
See, now that I'm not a triathlete, I'm like, I don't know what that means.
But it was like roughly, so what is it? Like a 1.2 mile swim. I was going to shoot for like 45 minutes on that. And I was right at 45 minutes. And then for the bike, gosh, I'm going to get my numbers wrong. But essentially like, I want to say it's like a little over 3 hours.
Okay.
And there's like, as long as I kept a 9-minute mile pace on the run, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
And I was like doing great on the bike. Felt awesome. I was like, this is amazing. I was like, I'm going to crush my time. Got off the bike, got through transition, started running. And immediately it felt extremely hot. Because like the wind's not coming off the bike anymore. And I could not eat anything. Like the goose, like it wasn't working. And I was like, this is not good. And so what a 9-minute pace should have been very doable, all of a sudden it's like I'm 2 miles into a half and I'm struggling. I was like, this is not great. So I'm like going to the aid station. They had an aid station like every 2 miles. And I'm just blending up whatever they had on hand in like a glass of water and just like swallowing it like a pill. So it's like, I'm like eating bananas like they're, vitamins.
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah, it was awful. Like pretzels, like anything.
Yeah.
And then it was like 5 miles left and I could just feel, it's like I couldn't get enough food. I was starting to get thirsty. It was hot. I was seeing colors I didn't know existed. And I was like, I just gotta make it. And so I made it at like 5:55. So it's like 5 minutes under the 6 hour mark, which I was so excited.
Yeah.
But it was truly, I had nothing left to give after that. I was like,
is it flat?
Muncie's very flat.
Okay, that's good.
So then to your original question, I went off the tangent there. Madison's very hilly. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know how. I'm not, like, there's cyclists out there that know, like, they know how to measure, like, what their goal time's going to be. Baking in hills and, like, watts and all that. And I'm just not that advanced at it. So, like, I don't know. I would like to break 6 hours again, but maybe because the hills, like, that's not doable.
Right. Or weather, or who knows. What time of year is it?
September. Okay. It should be early September.
Okay.
So it should be, like, a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
Not that
especially
bad.
up there, hopefully. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And where do you swim for that one?
There's a lake.
Of course. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lakes up there.
Yeah. I forget what lake, but it looks really pretty. It looks like a great course.
Yeah.
It's like one big loop on the bike. So it's not an out and back like a couple times. You're not doubling up on anything. And then the run is alongside the lake. So it looks really pretty.
Yeah. I bet it will be.
But yeah, if I can do under 6 hours, I think I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But I also just don't want to hurt. It's like, I want to feel good.
Yeah.
I want to feel good under 6 hours. And if I'm not breaking 6 hours, whatever it takes to feel good,
Are you still working with a coach?
No, I got a book. So there's like the Joe Friel's like Triathlete's Bible, which is actually a really good breakdown of like the philosophy behind training, like the science, but then it helps you like build your own plan.
Yeah.
But then it coaches you on how to coach yourself. It gives you the way to structure a training plan, but then how to pivot each week, how to measure your like TSS if you're using like that, or if you're just using hours.
What is TSS?
Training stress score. So if you use Training Peaks app.
Okay.
So have you used that?
No, but it's similar to VDOT from what I gather.
Okay.
Which is what my coach uses
Okay.
to give me workouts. Yeah.
Yes. So it like measures your, essentially like each workout gets a TSS score.
Okay.
Which is like how hard you ran. It's like your heart rate plus time, essentially. So it's like time and effort. So for me, a mile at a 10-minute mile pace is like 10.
Right.
So if I did 6 miles at a 10-minute mile pace, it'd be 60. And then the more you load up relative to your previous score, you're going to get a higher stress. And so it's like, it's a good way to see, are you overtraining? Are you
Yeah, that makes
undertraining?
sense.
And then you want the peak performance is to have negative stress at the time of a race so that you've like trained
Fully
up.
recovered and
Yeah.
you're ready to, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like,
interesting.
it's a nice way to like make sure that you're like putting the load on when you need to. I'm probably botching this. So everybody that knows about TSS, they're
I don't know.
rolling
I didn't
rolling
know.
their eyes
Maybe-
right
maybe-
now at me.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's in Training Peaks, maybe it's a running thing too.
Yes.
Yeah. So
you
I don't know.
And it's like if you have like a Garmin watch, it'll give you like your load score or
Right,
something
right,
like that.
right.
It's kind
Yeah.
of the same idea, but it'll do like swimming and biking and running.
Yeah.
and all
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So I'm using that. It's a great book if anybody's interested.
Yeah.
He's like the godfather of triathlons, which
Okay.
was really only invented like in the 70s or 80s. It's not that old of a sport,
Yeah.
but yeah, highly recommend it.
Have you ever had a running coach?
Not specifically. Like
Okay.
Doug helped with running, like the Phoenix group.
Okay.
It was a little bit of everything, and he coached me through marathon training. So he specialized in biking actually, but did triathlons and running as well.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So when you do another marathon,
Yes, I will.
what are you thinking there? Like, what do you see?
We all applied, like everybody on this
Oh.
Tuesday morning applied for Chicago,
Yeah.
and none of us got in.
Not
and-
one?
Not one.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to do Chicago or New York. I think I'll probably just bite the bullet next year and like if I don't get in, do charity
Yeah.
for Chicago.
Yeah.
I got to do Chicago, and I have friends in Chicago, so I could stay with them,
Right.
and avoid hotel madness.
Right. Yeah. And it's close for us in Indy. It's like 3 hours. So it's
great.
easy enough. Yeah. I've done Chicago 4 times.
How's Chicago? Did you
It's
like
amazing.
it?
Yeah.
Really?
It was my first marathon ever, 10-10-10.
Really?
So it's been a while. And actually, I think the most recent year I did it was 2015 maybe. So it's been over 10 years since I've done it.
Yeah.
Mainly because now that I would be interested in doing it again, it's all a lottery. I did it
Yeah.
when you could just sign up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, which is great. But I did New York for charity.
okay.
Because that was how I got. I mean, Ashley Schwab was running, and
Oh,
so I
really?
was like, well, when you're doing it, I got to do it.
Yeah.
And so I signed up to run with the same charity that she did, which is Alex's Lemonade Stand,
Oh, okay.
childhood cancer.
Yes.
So what a great cause to support.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
A lot of my coworkers are in Boston, and so they every year, like a handful of them, will do New York, and I have FOMO. 'Cause
Yeah.
It looks like such a good race.
Yeah.
Looks like such a fun race.
Yeah, the largest marathon in the world. It's crazy.
That is crazy. Well, Margot, she's a gal that she
Yes,
runs
Margot's
this-
been on this podcast.
Oh, has she? Okay.
She has. You'll have to go
I
listen.
love Margot.
Yeah,
so
me
she
too.
just finished Tokyo.
Yeah, I
So
didn't
she
even
did-
know she was running Tokyo unless I forgot. But I was like, holy crap.
So she did all 6 majors.
Yeah.
She got her 6th medal.
Yeah, my coach just got her 6th star at
Oh,
Tokyo
really?
too. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
So, I mean, I feel like that's a life goal to do all 6. You know, I'm so far away from even coming close to qualifying for Boston, but
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
maybe I'll be that 80-year-old sprinter.
Right, you just gotta get old. I'm like, I just
I
gotta,
just got to get
older.
old. Yeah.
Gotta get older, and then I can do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. But yeah, and now they're adding to the world majors, which makes it kind of weird because you're like, well, which ones? Like now there's Sydney, Shanghai is going through the process. So you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
well, God,
I know.
stop moving the goalpost. I
I
think the
know.
original 6 is a very reasonable thing to want to do.
I think so.
Yeah.
I did see, it's funny, like you mentioned, like Chicago's now, you have to either qualify or lottery,
Yeah.
you know, or charity. How running's become so popular that the average time of a marathon has gone up dramatically. So it's like not only has the average, you know, or the winners, like
Yeah.
their times continually improved,
Yeah.
and they keep moving the goalposts to like
Yeah.
qualify for Boston. But also like the tail end has gotten so much longer. They talked about like planning. Used to, you'd probably put like a mark and you say, okay, like
Yeah. 6 hours. I don't know.
6 hours. Now it's like they're saying like, okay, 7, 8, 9.
Right.
It's like everybody's coming in, which
Yeah.
is awesome. I mean, it's a
Amazing.
great problem to have.
Yes.
But I think COVID might have supercharged that. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people got into running. I think there's probably like a social media aspect to it as well.
Absolutely.
I know run clubs are on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, us, case in point.
Yeah.
But it's a great problem. I just want to be able to get in Chicago.
Right. I know. Well, I haven't always had the goal of Boston. My dad's run it a few times. And
cool.
so I've wanted to, but I wish I would have thought about it earlier.
Yeah.
Although earlier I didn't know how to train, so I probably wouldn't have still been able to do it.
Yeah.
But now, it just gets harder and harder. And you're like, crap.
Yeah.
I did a downhill race once in Utah, and it was a BQ course, and I did the half there. But I was like, okay, when I qualify for Boston, I'm going to come run down a mountain.
Yes.
But then last year, they made the change where none of those count, which is totally fair
yeah.
because they probably shouldn't have. But
Yeah.
you better believe I was going to cheat the system. I was going to use
sprint
every
down the
advantage I
mountain.
could to get there. So,
I had
yeah.
a buddy trying to do that, and he was like on track. I mean, he was like, 650 miles, and I think it was like mile 22. His hamstring went out, so he like hobbled like the rest of the way. Still honestly had a respectable time, but it's like didn't BQ.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
It's a lot of stress. Like, it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself, I think.
yeah. it
At
is.
least for me personally. When I put too much of a stressor on time,
Yeah.
then to your point, like we talked about earlier, I don't enjoy it then
Yeah.
as much. So it's like, well, isn't that the whole point?
Yes.
So
Have you ever read the Inner Game of Tennis by any chance?
no, I used to play tennis though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You would love it then. We actually
Okay.
read it for work because it's like there's a lot of parallels that
To
you
like
can take.
leadership and stuff? Or...
It's like leadership. Well, it's like leadership and just like the whole idea. And it's like a very Zen idea. It was written in the 70s, but it's like you have two selves, right? It's like, and you think about like playing tennis or golfing, like how often do you hear yourself being like, oh, come on, like you blew it. You need to like
Every shot when I play golf?
yeah, it's like you pulled up. It's like get your feet up. Like you're an idiot. It's like who are you talking to? And so like kind of makes you say like when you're talking poorly to yourself, it's like who are you talking about?
Right.
It's like there is the thinker, right? So the person that's saying is like, hey, you're an idiot. You didn't
Yeah,
do that right.
yeah.
And then there's the doer, which is the body, like your actual self that's like in the moment. Like, and when you ever get into a flow state or when you get into that, like in the zone, that second self is what's taking over. When
Yeah.
you're not really thinking, when you're playing like outside of your body, where like you're running and you just like zone out.
Yes.
So the whole idea of the book is like, how do you get more into that zone? Because that's
Right.
the zone that like learns. When you think about a kid learning how to walk, they're not trash talking themselves. You know,
You idiot.
yeah, they're like, you idiot, like one foot after the other.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they fall down and they don't get frustrated. They just get back up and they
Yeah.
keep going. And it's like very like, you're noticing, you're very aware of your body, you're forgiving on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the most natural way that we can learn and like the most natural way to go about life and doing things.
Right.
So to your point with running, if you put too much of a focus on time and too much of a focus on those goals, which they're very helpful,
Right.
and you should, and it's like that could be motivation, you have to be wary of the balance. Like,
Yeah.
is it at the expense of muting that second
Right.
self? You know,
Yeah.
is it going to mute them, and all of a sudden it's like purely about the time,
Yes.
and you're no longer like in the zone and enjoying it.
Yeah.
And it's like, getting rid of the why to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think the why is different for everybody, but for a lot of us, like originally it was just, it's fun.
Right.
It's like we just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So it's a great book.
Yeah, there's another, I'm going to forget the name of her book, but Dina Castor, the marathoner, she wrote a book, and so you could just Google Dina Castor's book. I forget the name, but it was awesome. It was about mindset. And so it was about her career. It was well written, but basically kind of taking those thoughts, the negative thoughts of you like telling yourself that you suck
Yeah.
and just switching them to be positive.
Yeah.
And how you have to practice doing that. It just doesn't come naturally. So that's been helping me a lot too, in just saying, instead of being like, oh, I'm so tired, how can I do this? Be like, you are strong. You're feeling so good. Like you have to
Yes.
hype your inner self up
Yes.
instead of beating them down, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
It's so, I mean, that's so true. And in everything in life, it's like not just running, but like work and parenting and all
Yeah.
of that. And also like, there's the aspect of not having judgment, good or bad, just
Right.
like noticing, it's like not getting down on yourself. It's like, oh man, like I hated that like X, Y, and Z at work happened today. It's just like, hey, this, and this happened today. That's it. And it's fine. And, I started trying to do the habit of like the first thing that I do, like when I see Lauren at the end of the day, is telling her like the positive thing.
Right. That's
Before
good.
just like unloading, it's like thinking, it's like, okay, what was the best thing that happened
Yes,
today?
yeah.
And like starting the conversation in that little thing changes everything. Like that changes the trajectory of the night.
That's such a good point.
You know, so same thing with like running. It's like even like on a bad run, you know, it's like a bad run.
Find what was good about it.
Like
You did it.
Yeah, it's like get out. It's like the weather was good.
Yeah.
Or if the weather is bad, it's like I got out in bad weather. It's like that's awesome. Like I'm great. You know.
Right. And then you can physically run. Like I remind myself of that a lot because not everybody can, and so I just try not to take it for granted.
I know.
Yeah.
I got shingles at the end of December.
Do you know what's crazy is I've had shingles.
Really?
Yeah. What the
awful.
hell? It's horrible.
It's awful.
And you're not supposed to get it when you're young.
I know.
Yeah.
It was horrifying.
Yeah, I'm sorry you went through that.
I'm sorry you went through
Yeah,
that.
thanks.
Yeah, it was. December was like the most stressful work month I've ever had, and it was Christmas Eve. I got this weird like pain in my ear.
In your ear?
It was
Wild.
face shingles. Yeah, it went through my
Oh,
eye.
fun.
Yeah.
Mine was like on my butt, which is weird, but whatever. It was like shooting down my leg anyway. It's awful.
But yeah, it's like, so I was like in bed for like 2 weeks, and I like my face swelled up. I couldn't see. And
oh my gosh,
I was like,
Ryan.
But I was thinking is like
Yeah.
people, like some people live like this. Some people have chronic pain. Some people like can't get out of bed. And it's like, I'm never thankful enough just for baseline.
Totally.
It's like just baseline feeling nothing.
Good, right.
Yeah, it's like even if I wake up and I don't notice how I'm feeling, it's like that's how I want to. That's great. That's
yes, such a good point. Yeah. Oh my gosh, such a good point. Shingles, of all things, like so weird. Yeah.
We're all
not
too
fun.
stressed these days. That's
right.
what it is.
Well, and so is your year-end calendar year?
Yeah.
How have they not switched that?
Because
Salesforce, so I guess for people who weren't in the conversation we were having before we recorded, Ryan and I both are in marketing technology, or I was, I should say. And so, being in sales at year end when it's calendar year is the worst.
Yeah.
But like Salesforce is February 1 is the start of the new year.
I loved
that. Is so great.
That was great.
Yeah.
Because you get a little bit of Christmas.
Right. You can actually have Christmas.
Yeah. And then like the year end, it's on January 31st. What's going on January 31st? Nothing.
Right.
You know,
it's you can actually get stuff done because you're not fighting
done.
for people to sign a contract while they're on vacation already. You know?
Yes.
It's the worst.
It's like we're having our end of year between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
And I'm getting messages on New Year's. You know, it's like, hey, like we need to be getting all this done.
Yeah.
And to this year, I was like in the throes of shingles. I'm like looking at the message with one eye. It's like,
oh my
got it.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh my gosh.
So
wild.
bad.
Good times.
Yeah. Great times.
But no more shingles now. And hopefully, I feel like you're not supposed to get it again. But I forget.
You can.
No, I don't
know.
want that.
I was talking to my doctor and I was like, should I get the shingles vaccine?
Right. Did I not? Maybe I didn't. Because I don't think they give it to you till you're older.
So, yeah, it's after 50, but only because insurance doesn't cover it. He's like, do you want shingles again? I was like, absolutely
no,
not.
Please.
He's like, do you want to pay $500? I was like, honestly,
kinda.
Probably.
Yeah, if you can guarantee I'm not going to get it.
So he's like, go to Costco. It's cheaper there.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just going to go to Costco.
That's interesting. Wild.
So for everybody that hasn't had shingles.
Right, you can get it.
You can get it.
So, and for people who are listening who are older, like badasses like Mike Cole,
get your shingles
beware.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to ask you the end of the podcast questions.
I love it.
So they're pretty easy. The first one is, what is your favorite running mantra and or song?
I saw this question. I don't have any good mantras, but for song, I was really trying, like when I was getting into running, trying to like work in my cadence. So I was trying to have like 180 steps per minute. And so I was looking up songs at 180 beats per minute.
Yeah.
And Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers is like perfect.
Okay, wait. How does it go?
Oh gosh.
Come on.
Lord, I was born
a rambling man. Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay. I know it. I just needed that.
And it is the perfect beat.
That's
and
so
it's
funny.
really long, and I love jam bands. And so it gets into this jammy, like, there's
That's
like
not the Eagles. For some reason, I thought that was the Eagles. Anyway.
It kind of sounds like the Eagles.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
But just because it's like, I can run to it. It's like on the perfect beat. And now I'll find myself, I don't run with music anymore, but it's like, that'll be in the back of my head. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. You're just like singing it in your head, going along.
It's such a peppy little fun song.
Well, more and more I find that people aren't listening to music as much.
I know.
Which I don't as much either. When I do listen to something, it'll probably be an audiobook or a podcast instead of music.
Yeah.
But music used to be a crutch for me. I used to like feel like I had to have it to pump me up. And now I'm like, you actually really don't.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
When I was running, when we were running like as hard as you could, every single run, I'm like, I got to get it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Now it's easy. You're just like, well, I just want to enjoy. I want to hear the birds chirping.
It's kind of nice.
It is. Okay, and then next finish line or milestone. We've already talked about your next finish line. Well, I guess big finish line in September. But are you running the mini?
I'll probably run the mini. I know I'm going to do the the Carmel.
Okay, yeah.
Half.
All right.
I'm going to do the half. We're going to have our tent there. We're going to bring some donuts.
I'll be there as well, yep.
Come see us. Come grab a donut.
I love donuts.
I love donuts. We'll do panna donuts or panna.
Oh, I don't know how you say it either. No. What are they?
They're the best. I say that. I eat a lot of donuts. They're so good. It's like panna donuts and boba tea is the restaurant. Okay. Very interesting, but man, they're just your basic good. Donuts, but they do it really well. Yeah.
All right. I'm interested in that for sure.
Yes.
Okay. So Carmel, maybe the mini.
I better make it out because it's like 50 years.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
And it's like a family reunion. You see everybody there.
And again, it's the
it's the thing.
Yeah.
It's the event.
Yeah.
And then obviously 4th of July.
Yep.
Everybody should sign up for that. We have like a pre-sale deal going on right now.
Oh, okay.
So
good. All right. I'll link to the registration.
Awesome. And if you just go to ZionsvilleRunClub.com, you can find it there.
That's easy.
Yep. Yeah. So those are and then the 70.3.
Yeah.
In September.
Awesome.
What about you? What's your next?
Oh, this weekend I'm going to DC to run the rock and roll half.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. And what's your mantra?
Oh, my mantra, I have 2. Run the mile you're in.
I love that.
Yeah. Like focus on now. You can't do what's next now. And then you get to do this. Yeah. Those 2 I really, really like. And then, my song, I love Unstoppable by Sia, which is so cliche, but I just really love it.
I feel like that's best too over like a crackly speaker like at the race.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's
absolutely.
Like it's got distortion because they're playing it like way louder
so
than
loud,
it should.
And you're like, yes, this is perfect. Well, my husband will play it for my girls when they're on the way to soccer, which is hilarious. I don't know how they landed on that song, but it's great because then
so cute.
I'm like, it is. Yeah, I'm unstoppable for like my 5-year-old who's barely kicking the ball. Yeah, super fun.
It's so fun.
Well, I'm glad we finally got to do this.
I know.
It's nice to get to know you.
Nice to get to know you too. Actually, I have a gift for you.
Oh my gosh! What? That's so nice. I didn't bring you a gift. Well, I brought you coffee, so I guess that counts.
Yeah, you brought me coffee. Gotta repay that. Thanks.
Oh, yes. This is amazing.
They're so comfy.
I love wearing these.
And it's
Sorry
snowing.
for the audio, people. But it's green, too, and it's St. Patrick's Day.
It's green. See? We got these in like a month ago. We're like, did we miss the cold weather?
Oh, yeah. Nope. Sure didn't.
Here we are. It looks great on you. There you go.
Yay.
Perfect.
That's amazing. Thank you so much,
You're
Ryan.
welcome.
I love it.
You're welcome.
Oh, perfect. What a way to end. Well, thank you to everybody who's listened as well.
Thank you for having me on. This is my first podcast.
Hey, that's my favorite.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
So happy running, too, is how I end. So happy running.
Happy running.
Yay.
Yay.
We're done.
Thanks.
If you enjoyed this episode of Finish Lines and Milestones from Sandy Boy Productions, please share, rate, review. Actually, before I recorded this outro, I was the guest of another podcast in this network, the Mother Runners podcast, which is hosted by Whitney Hines, a fellow mother runner. So if you are looking for another running podcast to add into your rotation, go check that out. I will be sure to let you know when my episode is live soon. I am heading to DC this weekend to run another half marathon, so stay tuned for that race recap, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.